So another Andy B 2-minute video. And I've been thinking about the importance of pacing ourselves. We can go all out and we can do all this crazy stuff. And sometimes it's just logical to push ourselves really hard to get to the goal. It's a bit like running for the bus. You can see it coming. If you miss the bus, you're going to be late for work. That's one of those times when running like crazy to get to that bus stop is actually really, really valid. But we can't live our life like that because it exhausts us. Pacing yourself, it's simply this. We need to remember that when we're looking at our week, and perhaps you have a diary, a digital diary, maybe you've got a whiteboard, you write the days down, the activities for yourself, anybody else in the house or the family, and that whiteboard can quickly fill up and there's no time left. All of a sudden, we're rushing from one thing to the next and we're exhausted, not really doing a very good job at anything. Pace yourself means you need to leave gaps. It's really important. In the week, God set it up that there's a gap. Every seventh day, we're supposed to stop and rest, pause, worship. That's the seventh day. That's how God set it up. Even he had a rest. He made the world in 6 days. On the seventh day, he rested. When you look at the 4 seasons in the world, and it's a cycle. And there's a rest for the plants. There's a time when they're not growing. Actually, they're waiting and they're sitting and having a bit of a pause. And we see that replicated all over the place. Not necessarily like a bear that hibernates, but there's important times for pausing. And when you're planning a week, if you are going flat out, you're going to be exhausted. Now, we've recently switched to some more video editing software, getting our heads around that, but there's a big changeover. My Andy B vids are now done on the new software. And hopefully right now we'll be changing over our 60-second weekly video. And then next week, maybe we'll start with endurance and switch that across, because we need to pace ourselves, because if we do everything at the same time, it's going to be really hard work and there's still stuff to do. So it's important to pace ourselves as Christians. It's important to pace ourselves when change comes in particular. And it's important to make sure that we're leaving gaps so that we can actually do things at a sensible rate, so we can really make a healthy go of whatever it is we're trying to change or that God's asking us to change. Pace yourself. Just a thought.